Hi everyone, I'm Chen and I'll be sharing to you guys on three steps on how I actually passed the Google Cloud Professional Data Engineering exam. And if you can look on the screen, actually this is my certificate. I just got it very recently, which is 16 August 2021. And yeah, just get started then. So at the same time, I actually posted a Medium article on the same topic. So of course some of you guys prefer to watch the video, some of you prefer to read. So I actually posted a Medium article as well. So later on, I'll actually put the link below the video as well. So let's just talk about the problem statement first. So first of all, there are two main things that I actually want to solve for this exam. So first of all, definitely I want to pass the exam within 1 month. So personally, I actually work full-time professionally. I work Monday to Friday with a typical work time, which is like 9 to 6. And so 1 month was a very sensible period for me personally. And the next thing that I will not just passing the exam, I also want to make sure that I actually document and should reuse the knowledge when it's applicable. For example, I can use it at work or actually for side project reason. So the three steps I'm actually talking about are going to revolve about around these two objectives. So before I go through the steps, right, let's look at the tool and cost, how much you're going to spend to actually achieve this certificate. So there are four main components that I actually use. So first of all, I use Notion as my documentation portal. The course is actually free. The next one will be learning platform. I use ACAL-Guru, which is a Google Certified Professional Data Engineer by Tim Berry. Personally, I have gone through quite a few courses, either through Coursera, Udemy, and other teaching platforms. And I personally find that for cloud data engineering, I think ACAL-Guru is one of the best, if not the best, in terms of data engineering in cloud. Yeah. And the cost wise is $35 per month. And obviously, if you are new sign up, they actually do offer 7 days free trial. So you can think about this, you actually have 1 month and 3 days to go through all the lessons. And the exam itself by Google is Google Professional Data Engineer, and is $200 for the exam. And definitely the last one with the mock exam, which is from exam topics. So they have a mock exam there by called Google Professional Data Engineer exam, which I will go through later. The course is actually free, but they do offer a contributor access, which is $16.99 per month or $23.99 per year. Personally, I actually pay $39.99 per year because the free version does have quite a bit of robot check. Like every 5 to 10 questions you do, they will have a robot check. So for me, it was a bit annoying. So in the end, I just pay the yearly version so that I can access the exam without the robot check for a year. So let's consider all these tools and costs, right? For you, it will be roughly $35, provided that you actually finish this exam within 1 month and 7 days, and obviously there's $200 for the exam itself. Yep. So let's go to step 1. So the step 1 will be setting up a systematic training plan. So I think before we go on the action part, right, I think it's always important for us to plan properly because we want to target to complete this exam within 1 month. So this is our target, right? So let me show you how I did. So if you look at this is the Medium article. It's still in the draft phase. I'm gonna be posting this with the video soon. And then yeah, here I'm actually talking about the same thing. Talk about the tool and cost, the steps here and there, which I actually will do through about all of this in the video itself. It's just that I just think I should do a video on top of this article as well, so that I can help more people. So yeah, so this is the first step, which is setting up the systematic training plan. So first of all, what I did right is that I actually looked through all the lesson syllabus. So first of all, I look at all the chapters here. Then they have the expected timing here, right? So they have a 13 minutes here, 15 minutes. So I actually consolidate all the timing here from chapter 1 all the way to chapter 20, so I can roughly gauge how much time I will need to actually go through all the videos without doing the mock exam. And then from there, I can actually backtrack my time. So this is what I do. So if you look at this, it's actually the Notion platform, which I actually highly recommend. So this is what I do here. I have a page here, that this is my prep. I have all the topics, I have all the time, and definitely I have an accumulation column whereby I accumulate all the time. for 15 minutes, and then I go for 5 hours, 7 minutes, and I accumulate all the time. So for the lesson itself, the total is about 21 hours. And obviously, there's some quiz that I actually go through again. So I added 2 hours here. And for the more exams, 241 questions. So it's about 10 hours there. And so total will be 33 hours. So personally, what I did was since I work full time, right? Normally during the weekday, I don't spend that much of time to learn about this because my brain is normally dead by end of the day unless I didn't fulfill my require target timeline. So for example, so what I do here is I have a target completion day. Then I set up that I actually spend about 8 hours per week, 4 hours on Saturday and another 4 hours on Sunday. And then I just wrote all the dates before I even start learning. So you look at this, I set July 26th and I actually target to finish by August 16th. And then when I actually started doing the lesson itself, I track my start date, my actual complete date. So you can see that normally I do during the weekend, 24th, 25th. Yeah, sometimes I didn't get to finish, so I have to squeeze a bit of time during the weekday to do it. But most of the time I'm actually doing during the weekend. So these are all the dates. So I think this is a very good way to actually motivate yourself to move forward and also making sure that you actually are on track with your progress. And obviously here are some notes that I actually wrote down. I say, I need 21 hours to do the full course. So most of the time I play 2 times speed. So it's about 15 hours. Yeah, then after that I say I have a 240 question for the mock exam, and target hours should be around 10 hours, provided that I spend 2 hours every 50 questions. And I also remind myself to register the exam by 9 August because sometimes you don't get the slot that you want. And also a way to actually force myself to to make sure I hit the timeline. And obviously I also remind myself to read more about machine learning part since it's something that I'm not so good at. Yeah. Then here's the progress. This is the end date. I finished about 27.6%. So this percentage you can actually get from the class itself. They actually tell you that you have done 27.6% of the whole course. So I think it's very good. I actually track the progress here, and here I write some comment, just to motivate myself to keep myself moving forward. So here you go. So these are all the progress. See, by organized, I finished 100% of the lessons, and then here I also wrote some comment. I registered the exam, and then I start doing the mock, which is 20, 40, 80, about 50 questions per day after work. Since I'm a bit behind the schedule because I registered the exam to finish the exam to actually take the exam on 16 August. So one day before the exam, I actually redo the 240 questions, and yeah, on August 16, I went to the exam center and I took the exam and I actually passed the exam. Yep. So this is actually the first method which I highly recommend everyone to do, regardless whether for this exam or for the other certification for your use cases. Yeah. So let's go to step 2. So step 2 is more about using Notion as a documentation portal. So the reason why we actually document now what we learn, right? Because personally for me, I tend to forget what I learned after 3 months, especially if I don't apply it actively. So I think that's why for the new courses that I actually learn, I do a lot of documentation and I use Notion because I think it's very easy to document things now in Notion. Yeah. So maybe I can just show you what I do. So let's look at the Notion. So this is what I do here. In Notion, there's this function called toggle, which I really like. So I do a lot of toggling. If you look at this, I actually squeeze all the 22 hours lesson inside one page, so I can have a quick glance on all the core topic that I actually need to learn. And then from there, along the way, I actually wrote down notes that I think it's important. So for the introduction, they talk about what is Google Certified Data Engineer, about what you need to do, and all this, right? And along the way during the lesson itself, I also took a bit of screenshot on the video. So this is what I do. So this is the rough frame on all the lessons. And definitely I can't show you the deeper level because I took quite a bit of screenshot from the video and also wrote quite a bit of notes from the lesson itself. I think I wouldn't want to share it without consent from Eagle Guru. So this is what I do here. So you can do the same. You can do the notes and all this, right? And it's very helpful for me not just to pass the exam. I think definitely before the exam I actually go through all the notes one by one again so that I actually know what the topics that is going to be covered by the exam. And also I also know which topic that I actually need to focus more on. For example, I actually focus more on this machine learning because it's something that I'm not so comfortable with. So this is what I do. And on top of that, not just for the exam itself, after the exam I actually can always revise from this note itself without going through the videos again, because the video is kind of lengthy. So you can always go to look at these notes. And even at work, because at work now we just started using Google Cloud Platform for data engineering work. So a lot of time I actually map similar issue, which is actually taught by the lesson itself. So I actually can just come to my this page at work, and then I can actually just I can actually just look through all the notes that I actually wrote, and then it's actually very helpful in my current job as well, and especially in some of the design choice, and also what to use and what are the common difficulties that I'm going to face. So it does not just help me to pass the exam, it also help me at my work professionally. That's why I actually highly recommend everyone to actually do some notes during along the way, because I think after the exam, if you don't do notes right, you will pass the exam. But I think in if you don't apply it actively in maybe 3 to 4 months time, you definitely will forget most of the content, and it's a bit troublesome to actually go through the videos again. I've done it before. I go through all the videos, I do some certification, 3 months later I forget everything. So I think it wasn't very effective. That's why I actually recommend to use this as a documentation. Yeah. Let's go through step 3, which is the last part. So that step 3 is actually quite straightforward. Basically just do the mock exam twice. So I'll be just showing you how I do it, and you can just follow me, or you can use the method that you actually prefer. Yep. So let's look at this. So this is the examtopics.com. So this is the Google Professional Data Engineer exam actual question. So if you look at this, I actually pay for the contributor access. The reason why I actually mentioned that, because I don't want the robot check. This is too annoying. Yeah. So these are all the questions. So for example, this is the first question: your company build a TensorFlow, blah blah blah. Then which answer that you want to choose. So unfortunately, in exam topic, it's not like other platform whereby you can take on the question and then they will auto mark for you. It's kind of manual. You have to do it manually on Excel, or on the paper or something. But it's okay. So what I do here is that later I will show you how I did in Notion. So for example, this first one, I think this is C, so I wrote it in somewhere. Then after that, you can definitely review your solution. You can review your solution. For example, the correct answer is C, and then this is the discussion. So discussion is very helpful, because they have a very healthy discussion whereby people talk about what they think and which is right, which is wrong. So a lot of times, sometimes if the example solution is wrong, you have to look through all the discussion. Personally, I actually go through all the discussion, because not just for the sake of getting the correct answer, but also I actually want to understand more on the reasoning behind, and also the design choice. Yeah, just to improve myself better. Yeah. For example, people say why they choose C, because they think D is wrong, because for this question, this dimensionality reduction is used to reduce overfitting. So yeah, so they C is definitely a better solution to the dropout method for the neural network. Yeah. So this is what I do here. I go through all the question, I review the solution. Then the next question you might ask me, so how I do the mock exam, right? So this is what I do. Personally, I try to simulate what's gonna happen in the exam itself. So as you remember, right, for the exam itself, it's going to be 50 questions in 2 hours. So what I did was, out of this 140 questions, I split into 5 batches. So each batch I will do 50 questions. I will time myself to make sure that I can finish within 2 hours. And at the same time, I also will write down all the answer in Notion. This is just for me to track. You can write it on email, you can write it on Excel, on a paper, or whatsoever. For me, it's just that I want to write in Notion so that everything is in one place. So this is if you look at this, right? Oh, sorry. So this is my topic. So if you look at this, I actually wrote down the answer here, and then this is the first question. I got it wrong because I choose D, but it should be C, because you should use dropout method instead. And definitely I wrote down all the answer when I actually do the exam, and then I mark it myself whether wrong or correct. And definitely some of the question they don't have a definite answer. Some people are, for example, this 13, right? People saying A, some saying D. So I think we weren't sure which one is the correct answer, so I just put not sure here. Yeah. So I think for us it doesn't matter, because we just have to hope that in the actual exam itself, they don't come out with this kind of ambiguous question. Yeah. So you look at this, I actually got quite a bit of mistake here and there, but I think it's okay. It's part of the learning. So especially when I go to 51 to 100, it's my second attempt. So you look at this, I got quite a bit of mistake here. Yeah, then after that definitely we have two topics. So after that we have topic two. Yeah. Personally, I think for the exam itself, most questions revolve around topic one. Topic two is I don't think they ask a lot of similar questions as topic two. So I think you definitely can focus more of your time on topic one. Definitely here I have also do some result tracking whereby I give myself some comment. I say, oh, for this 001 to 050, I got 9 wrongs, 2 unsure, so I can roughly guess what's the score if this is the actual exam itself. In Google, in this Google exam, they are not like AWS. They don't tell you the exact score. They only let you know whether you pass or fail. I think it's okay. I hopefully everyone who are watching this video, you will definitely pass the exam. But yeah, that's how it is for Google. For example, here I should do some tracking here. So overall performance, I got about 76% even on the first attempt. So I think I was on the good track. But I definitely want to improve this score. So on the day before the exam itself, so one day before the exam itself, it was a Sunday. I plan to do I did on Monday. So I actually redo the whole exam from first question all the way to 241. I think for this time around, I didn't actually put in Notion. I just put in Excel. So let's look at Excel. So this is something that I do. For example, you see, look at this. The first attempt I actually got it correct again. Got it correct this time because I actually remember that I should use dropout method. So it's good. So you look at this. Then obviously I still make mistakes. You know, I wouldn't be telling you the second attempt I got all correct. The thing doesn't make sense unless I memorize all the answer, which I don't think I should. So this, for example, this one I got wrong again. Then after that I actually look through all the comments again to actually make sure that I actually understand the topic better, because maybe the reason I got it wrong again, maybe I didn't understand what I should understand. So some of them I still get some mistakes here and there, but I think it's fine. At least we always learn from mistakes, so it doesn't matter. So here you go, you see some of them I'm still making some mistakes. I still wrote some comments. Yeah, some of them I still don't I didn't understand the discussion, so I put some question mark here and there. Yeah, so this is what I do here. This is the second attempt. Yeah, so I think for the second attempt I did quite good. I think I only got by about 10 to 20 wrong. So I think it was a good progress. So I think the next day, it was a Sunday. The next day is Monday. I went to the exam center and I actually took the exam and actually passed the exam on the spot. They actually let you know on the spot whether you get a pass or fail. But definitely they will send the exam to Google just to do further checking. But you definitely will know the exam result on the spot. And yeah, I think that's it for today. Yeah, so this is all I have. So let's just go through all the 3 steps again. So just a quick one. So the step 1, we set a systematic training plan. We make sure that we have a plan with the schedule that we want to keep, so that we can plan out our course and also our schedule accordingly. The step 2 is using this Notion as a documentation portal. Obviously, this, if you are watching this video for the sake of taking an exam and for professional reason, I think you may skip this part. You can just go through video maybe in 2 times speed, and after that you can take the mock exam. I think there's a high chance that you will still pass the exam. But this step actually applies to people who are like me. For example, you use a lot of data engineering in Google Cloud Platform at work, or you want to do it for your side project, or you want to use it to prepare for your next interview. I think this is definitely very helpful without you going through all the videos in the ACAL group again, because there's 20-30 hours of video. I don't think you want to go through all of them again. Yeah. Then after that, the step 3 is to do the mock exam twice. This is what we do for not just for this kind of certification. This is what we do in school, in university as well. We always do the mock exam. I think this exam topic is very helpful. Yeah, the exam questions are very similar to the actual exam itself, especially for the topic 1. So yeah, good luck to you then. You can definitely comment below if you actually use my method and pass the exam, or you have any other tips. Yeah, please feel free to share to anyone who is actually watching this video. Yeah, thank you then. Yeah, see you.